Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Senior and Living Today. Right now, you're probably all experiencing inflation, recession, depression, whatever it is they're calling it these days, and wondering how we're going to be able to combat the high prices and still put food on the table. So it really got me to thinking that there's a lot of us that are already retired, or there's those of us that are working, but it's a struggle to make ends meet. And it made me think of what can we do to try to stay ahead of this inflation or depression or whatever it is, so that we can still eat. So it got me to thinking, um, if you are retired, who wants a full-time job when they're already retired? What kind of a side hustle could you do without having to go back to corporate America and what corporate America wants from us, which is full-time? And if you are still in the workforce, um, what can you do that won't exhaust you to the point where you're no good on your day job or your first job because you have a second job? So, this video will hopefully give you some ideas of alternatives that will work for you if you do have to go to work or you are currently working, something that you could do that won't exhaust you. So, um, we're going to talk about jobs that you can find or jobs that you can create. And, if you're creating a job, hopefully you would be creating it based on your talents, your skills, and your passions. What kind of things are you passionate about? Are you a retired teacher? Could you teach a 6-year-old to read? Can that be done virtually where you wouldn't even have to leave your house? Tutors make a good a good um, amount of money, or can make a good amount of money without leaving their home on their schedule. And you don't have to buy things to do the job. Do you have to buy a uniform and go take a TB test and a urine test and go through all these hoops if you work out of the home in corporate? um, Maybe you could tutor somebody if teaching is your passion and you're doing that, or retired. What could you do that would really help someone, and you could make some money at the same time? Do you sew? Can you teach someone to sew? Can you teach someone, either a group of people? Can you teach in person? Can you teach virtually? I do know some people that are teaching to sew virtually, and I think that is a wonderful thing. If you have a skill, then by all means, you got that gift for a reason. Use it for sure. Um, as far as sewing, this also goes for things like crochet, embroidery, knitting, any of those kinds of things that you could do. Um, do you like gardening? Could you design an indoor or outdoor garden for someone? You wouldn't have to do the physical planting for them, but could you take the time and list what plants would grow well in their area, in their home, and do the research for that and get them, though, have them get those things and charge a fee for that, a consultant fee. Everyone's starting a garden right now. That would be most appreciated, appreciated, I'm sure. Do you cook? Do you like to cook? I like to cook. Um, do you like to bake? Can you bake on request? Like, I was just in the store and they're charging $3 and $4 for a loaf of bread, and I know I can make a loaf of bread for 50 cents. So, um, can you bake? Would someone rather have homemade than store bought, and you deliver to them, once a week or once every 2 weeks? Could you do something like that? And could you teach it? There are so many people who don't know how to cook because they're from an age where everything was takeout. Could you teach someone to cook? Um, there's a demand for that, and people will pay for it. What about um, pet sitting, house sitting, those sorts of things? Pet sitting can be done in your home, or it can be done at someone else's home. People pet sit, going by just every day to take an animal for a walk or to give an animal medication, but they also do, weeks at a time. My family's out of town and you stay at their home, or the pet comes to your home, and you can get some good income from pet sitting and house sitting. And you don't even have to be in your own home. You can, get a change of scenery, which is, a really nice thing. And with the house sitting, um, I have a friend who is going to be house sitting for 10 days at the beach. 10 days house sitting near the ocean. How awesome is that? And if you can get paid to make sure someone else's house is okay and you get surroundings like that, I hardly call that work, but where do I sign up for it? That sounds like a win-win to me. They know that their house is taken care of, and you could get a little rest and relaxation. Other ideas: can you build things? Can you build small things like a birdhouse, a doll house, or paint figurines for some of these I don't want to say video games. I forget what they call those games, but they have the little figurines. Can you either paint or put those kinds of things together, or do you carve those kinds of things? There's just so many ideas of possibilities. Hopefully, with you doing things that you are passionate about and enjoy. Um, Along with house sitting, there's also like sitting with other people. There's babysitting, there's senior sitting, meaning I don't mean caregiving where you are, you know, um, spoon feeding them or taking them to the restroom. Sometimes families just want someone to come in and be companionship for someone else in their family who is homebound, and they want to keep them social. So they hire people to come and sit and have dinner with them, or just talk with them, or play cards with them, that kind of thing. Would you be up for something like that? There are also others that will be like, can you just come by and have dinner with my dad? Or make him dinner and then you can leave because they can't be there for that portion of the day. It doesn't have to be something where you're physically lifting another person. You're just giving of your time. Can you do something like that? And usually those kinds of jobs are, what do they call it? Like a gentleman's agreement. So there's no W-2 that needs to be filled out, or W-9 or I-99 or whatever that is. You get paid cash. So if you are getting disability or social security, or working a day job or another job, it's not throwing your finances off so that you owe even more. So think about things that you could do, um, that in the long run save you money, because if you take a corporate position, you are going to have to fill out all the paperwork and follow all the guidelines, and that is going to cut into your profit. So while you're busy thinking of the jobs or joys that you can pick up on the side, um, you probably need to know where you can find jobs like this. Word of mouth is fantastic. you might hear somebody saying, "Oh, my child's having trouble with math, or my child's having trouble with reading," and you think, "I can help with that." Or, "I sure wish I knew how to bake. I can help with that." Those kinds of things. You may hear something by word of mouth, but if you don't, first of all, tell the people you know. Networking is fantastic, and people don't know if you don't say anything. Say that you're looking for a part time something, and you'd be amazed what kinds of things will come your way. You can register for jobs like these on particular websites. A couple that I know of are care.com and TaskRabbit, where you can go. TaskRabbit is more of like if you have a job that needs to, someone has a job that needs to be done, and then you can say, "Oh, I can do that. I can change your locks. I can hang your TV. I can," whatever it is. There's I can write your paper. There's a ton of things on there. So you'll want to check it out, but you can also put an ad on there saying, "This is what I do. You can hire me." So you definitely want to get the word out there that you're looking, if you are looking. Um, if if you're listening to this and you know of other places where people should register or look for work, please comment down below. We're all in this together. And if you can, um, if you feel like there's something out there that you want to do, but you just are coming up empty, and you're like, "I can't do anything. I can't think of anything that I can do. I can't think of anything that will work." My contact information is below. Contact me. We can brainstorm. We'll figure it out. Guaranteed, we all have a purpose. There's something all of us can do. Reach out to me and we will figure it out, because a little bit of brainstorming will be needed. And if you are feeling financially like, I'm going to have to do something, then today's the day to start. Things aren't getting better. The purse strings are getting tighter. So the time to figure it out, what you want to do, is now. So if you have any ideas, I want you to put them below, share them with everybody, and we thank you in advance for doing that. Um, I'm really hoping that this has been an aha moment for some of you, and it's been helpful. Um, and if it has been, I would like it if you could please like the video, share the video, and hit the bell notification off to the side where it says subscribe, and then it will let you know every time I put a new video out. I appreciate you being here, and I really look forward to you coming back again and us talking about something else or sharing some new tips on senior and living today. Bye.